Welcome back. So I decided to split my tasks up into multiple minor tasks because I want to kind of have a task per video. Talking about tasks, you shouldn't make them too large anyway. They shouldn't be more than a day max. At least that's my mindset. And they shouldn't be as small as I have them right here because you'll just have to drag tasks all the time. But since I'm doing videos right here, I decided to make them small enough so they could fit in a single video. And last lesson we did this add Angular material to our product, so that's done. This lesson I want to look at the toolbar and add a toolbar in the top of the page. I talked to Trina and she wants a toolbar here in the top. And I'm just going to make it purple right now, the primary color for the setup I made, and then Trina can give me feedback at the review. But let's try and actually get this task done. So step one is I'm going into Material Angular IO right here, and I'm going into Components, and I'm going to find the toolbar and find a good example to start with. And in Navigation, Toolbar, here it is. And you have the basic example right here. That's not the one I want to use, but you can always check out the code if you want to just by clicking the small mark right here. And you can also go to examples, and there will normally be a lot of different examples in here that you can pick from. I'm going to pick this multi-row toolbar, and I'm going to just copy everything right here. Now, again, I want my code to be super modularized, so I'm going to actually make a new module before I start doing this, which is going to be the public module. That's why I'm going to have all my different public available information like the toolbar, contact page, stuff like that. That's going to be under a public module that's kind of not the static pages, but almost pure static pages, right? Very simple pages to work with. So let's go and create that. And if you don't remember how to make a new module, you can go back and you can go into Angular IO, you can go under Docs, CLI commands, ng generate is down here, and then you can see all the different commands you can do. And in our case we wanted to generate a module, so here you can see all the things you can do to generate a new module right here. And we're just going to do that. Ng generate the module. Now I'm not going to add routing to this module because it's actually not going to be a routing module. It's just going to contain all the different things that I want to be public available on the site, like the static pages. So I'm going to do an ng generate module, and I'm going to call it public. That's going to be the module's name. Let's just generate that. There we go. So now we have a new folder under app called public. Let's just get this in there. There we go. And this is where I'm going to add all my different components. So next, let's generate a component. Ng generate component. And this is going to be my toolbar. So let's just call it toolbar. And let's put it under, again, the public folder. So I'll put in public / in front of this like this. Let's generate this one. There we go. So now in the public folder, you have a new toolbar right here. And that's where I want to put in my HTML. You might feel that's overkill. But again, I want to make each component as small as possible to make it easier to test later, and also to kind of have it very limited on what I want to do with each component, just to make it easier to read my code. So the toolbar right here is going to contain, let's try and go back and grab some code. Here we have the toolbar. Let's just grab everything for now. I'm going to get both the toolbar and everything else in here. I'm going to put that in here. Now notice it doesn't know about that toolbar. It doesn't know about that yet. So I need to kind of add mat toolbar to my module. And how do we do that? Well, first of all, let's figure out what mat toolbar is called. If you go under API right here, you'll see here's the mat toolbar module that you need to import to start using the mat toolbar. Okay, I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to go back to the code, and I'm going to go into my public module now and import that module right here. There we go. Now that was step one. Now it should be able to recognize the toolbar. There you go. Now it knows what the toolbar is, and it still doesn't know all these icons and stuff like that. I don't want them, so let's just get rid of them for now. There we go. And instead of calling this custom toolbar, I'm going to call it Trina's hair salon. So now that we have a toolbar with the row of Trina's hair salon, meaning that we have a single line, I want to try and use it because right now it's not there. So if I go into the hair salon, you'll see there's still nothing, of course, because I'm not using the component. But now I'm going to use this new component, and I pretty much just have to go into my component right here, and here's the name for the selector, app toolbar. I'm going to grab that one. This is pretty much a new tag that I created now. Just like if you look in the HTML right here, this mat toolbar is a tag that Angular Material created for you. We just created our own tag as well called app toolbar. I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to actually go into my app component and add that toolbar before the router. Just by adding it like this, boom, there we go. Now there's the toolbar, and then there's the router. Now it complains that it doesn't know about this toolbar because it's inside another module. So the next step is I'm going to import the public module right here. Public module, public module, there we go. And then it knows about that module as well. Now this module is not lazy loaded or anything like that. It's just a way to structure my code in different modules. So you have two different types of modules now. You have lazy loaded modules and you have structuring modules in my setup right here. Let's save this now and have a look if we can now actually find the toolbar. We still can't find it because we're not exporting it. So the final thing we need to do is we need to go in here and export. And what we want to export is actually that component right there, the toolbar component. Toolbar component. So this is a way to kind of keep things secret if you don't want to share them with the world or to share them by exporting them. There we go. Let's see if it now knows about the toolbar. There we go. Now I wanted to show you guys this because that's actually what you're doing when you're getting Material design, Angular Material. They actually made a module, something like this, where they share some different components and different directives and other things with you, and that's all it is. So it's pretty much that simple. But now with the toolbar implemented right here, notice how simple the code is for me. If I want to check it out, I can go and check out the HTML for that toolbar right here. It should actually be shown now. Let's try and have a look. And there we go. It's shown right here, but you have to notice that I was lucky. Sometimes you actually have to restart your server when you're working with modules, so just a heads up. But that's it. Now we have a hair salon toolbar right here. And notice, again, I made a new module for that. The public module that's going to be used for contact page and everything that I want to kind of... I just want things to be structured as well as possible in my case. So that's why I made this. You don't have to do it as such. It's just easier to have good structure when you're writing code. So that's it for this lesson, and actually now it will be very easy for me to unit test the toolbar if I want to later, because it's just this. That shouldn't be that hard to test. Let's end the video right here, and thanks for listening. See you next time. Have fun.